Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the camera comparison between the Honor 7X and the Honor 9i. So guys, that was a quick preview of the video. Now let's look at the specs. On the rear, both the phones come with a dual camera setup. Both come with the same 16 megapixel primary camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing and a single LED flash. On the front, Honor 7X comes with a single 8 megapixel camera and Honor 9i comes with a dual camera setup with an 8 megapixel selfie camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing along with a dedicated soft light. Honor 7X uses a display flash. Camera interface on both the phones is exactly same. You get the same features like wide aperture mode, portrait mode and moving picture mode. So these are some sample shots taken on both the phones in daylight and well lit conditions. Both the phones lack auto HDR, so all these images are taken with HDR off on both the phones. Honor 9i overexposes the image, so you get comparatively brighter images, but you will lose details because of that. Comparatively, images on 7X look cleaner with better color reproduction. Colors are to the warmer side on 9i, and 7X does a good job with color balance. Both the phones saturate the colors, but because of the warmer colors on 9i, images look oversaturated. Dynamic range seems to be the same on both the phones, but because of the difference in color reproduction, images from Honor 7X look better. Sharpness and capturing speeds were good on both the phones. These are some shots taken with HDR on, and there wasn't much difference between both the phones except for the color reproduction. These are some macro shots. There was no focusing issues on both the phones and you get pretty good bokeh effect with both the phones. For rear cameras, I think both the phones use the same hardware, but due to the difference in image processing, there is a lot of difference in color reproduction between both the phones. So if you like bright images with warmer colors, Honor 9i is the winner. If you like close to accurate colors, Honor 7X is the winner. Both the phones offer portrait mode using the dual camera setup, and these are the sample shots. Portrait mode works equally good on both the phones, but once again, due to the difference in color reproduction, you will see a lot of difference. Portrait shots from Honor 9i looks more brighter and more colorful. Just check out the difference in skin tones. Portrait mode as a feature seems to be working slightly better on 9i. So for rear camera portrait shots, Honor 9i is the winner. These are some more sample shots. Both the phones once again come with the same primary camera, even on the front. Both are equally wide, but software processing is different. On Honor 9i, once again images are warmer, but this time it has better exposure control. On Honor 7X, you get close to accurate colors, but it overexposes a lot. Because of that, you lose details and you get a faded effect. Dynamic range, sharpness, capturing speeds are once again same on both the phones. So for regular selfies in well lit conditions, I prefer Honor 9i. In low light, Honor 9i uses a dedicated soft light and Honor 7X uses the display as a flash. All these images are taken with auto flash on both the phones. In low light, capturing speeds are same on both the phones, but both the phones take a second to sharpen the image. Comparatively, images on 7X are darker with less noise and images on Honor 9i are brighter with visible noise. Both the images are very soft. You can pick the winner for low light selfies, but I would prefer the brighter looking selfies from Honor 9i. So on the whole, for selfies, Honor 9i is the winner. Once again, both the phones offer portrait mode even for the selfies. Honor 9i uses the dual camera setup to offer portrait mode, and Honor 7X uses a single camera and some software processing for portrait mode. These are the sample shots. Once again, there is a huge difference in color reproduction. This time colors look better on 9i, and on 7X, images are overexposed. Now coming to the portrait mode, even with a single camera, Honor 7X does a great job. I couldn't find any issues with the blur effect. Both the phones were equally good. But because of the color reproduction, Honor 9i is the winner for portrait selfies. In low light indoor conditions, Colors are warmer and images are brighter on Honor 9i. Comparatively, images are little dull on 7X. Capturing speeds are the same. Honor 7X once again has better color balance. For some reason, Honor 9i also does a better job with minimizing noise. You can clearly see that in this image. So in indoor lighting conditions, Honor 9i is better than the 7X. Now these are some pictures taken in very low light conditions. Capturing speeds are same on both the phones, but both take a second to sharpen the image. You get darker and cleaner images on Honor 7X, and with 9i, you get slightly brighter, overexposed images with noticeable noise. Colors are to the warmer side on 9i, and 7X has good color balance. So in very low light conditions, images from Honor 7X look better.
Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and this is the camera comparison between the Honor 9i and the Honor 7X. On the left side I have the Honor 7X, and on the right side I have the Honor 9i, and the audio is also from the phones itself. Honor 7X also has a dedicated mic for noise cancellation. I'm not sure about the Honor 9i, so let me know how the noise cancellation is on the 7X.
Both the phones can only record video in 1080p, and there is no optical image stabilization or electronic image stabilization. So the footage on both the phones is very shaky. Footage quality is almost the same on both the phones, but there's a huge difference in color reproduction. Colors are to the warmer side on 9i and slightly saturated on 7X. There is a lot of exposure shift on Honor 7X. You can clearly see the change in brightness of the footage on 7X. But on Honor 9i, exposure shift is very well handled. So for video recording, it's almost a tie. I don't like the colors on 9i, but I'll pick it for better exposure control.
Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and this is the camera comparison between the Honor 7X and the Honor 9i. I have the 7X on the left side and the 9i on the right side, and as you can see, the video is being recorded using the front camera of both the phones. I can clearly see that the footage is very bright on Honor 9i, but the colors are completely saturated.
Now for the front camera video recording, just like images, Honor 7X is overexposing the footage and you get a faded effect. So colors look comparatively better on Honor 9i. Rest of the specs are same on both the phones. Both can shoot video in 1080p and there is no stabilization on both the phones. So guys, there is definitely a huge difference between Honor 7X and 9i in the camera department. Even though hardware is same, software processing is slightly better on Honor 9i. As it is a software issue, cameras on 7X may improve in future, but we can't say anything for sure. But as of now, if you want me to pick a winner, I'll pick Honor 9i as winner. In the camera department, Honor 9i is better than Honor 7X. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Looking at these sample images and footage, which phone do you think did better? Do let me know by commenting below this video. If you are planning to buy either of these phones, use the link in the description, it helps the channel. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I am Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.